So how much money did Australian Super give to unions last year?
Senator, we don't give money to unions. We do have commercial arrangements with both employer organisations and unions. The purpose of those commercial arrangements are to acquire and retain members. In last year, we had arrangements with 22 employer organisations and 16 unions. The total amount of the money to both groups was $2 million.
So 1 million to the unions, 1 million to the employer groups.
I'm not sure of the exact split, Senator. I think it's about 1.2 million to unions and 800,000 to employer groups. But as I said, these are commercial arrangements which are designed to acquire and retain members, as well as provide education services to their stakeholders along the lines of financial literacy. And as I said, a total of $2 million. Last year we built relationships with 16,000 employers and attracted 445,000 members to the fund. Yeah. So I think you would agree it's a good investment.
Well, I don't know that I do agree, but thank you for your suggestion. And I'm asking you really about the union overlay here. So what about the CFMEU? Have you given them any money?
No.
So you don't support the CFMEU?
We do not give money to any unions or employer groups. We have commercial arrangements, and we do not have such an arrangement with the CFMEU.
Yeah, some of them for directors' fees, or you don't do that?
So directors of Australian Super can choose to have their fees paid to their employer or to themselves.
Yeah, so it could go through to the union that way, yeah?
Well, I think this is a common practice, Senator, where, Chair, my apologies, where an individual has a full-time role and also sits on a board. It is common practice for them to pay to have their board directors' duties paid to their organisation as a means of compensating their organisation for the time they spend away from work.
Okay, but it could be paid to the union.
So all directors of Australian Super, and as I'm sure you are aware, Senator, we have an equal representation board, and all directors have the choice of choosing whether to have their directors' fees paid to themselves as an individual or the organisation that they work for.
Okay. So let's talk about the regulatory fines issue. So if Australian Super gets a regulatory fine, who pays? Is it the members or is it the unions and employer groups?
Senator, in the instance where the fund is fined, that is paid from the trustee risk reserve.
Yeah. And who pays for that?
So the trustee risk reserve is funded by administration fees and investment returns.
The members, yeah?
Yes.
So it's not paid for by the unions and the employer groups. The IR Club take money out of the fund, but they don't provide any money to support the payment of regulatory fines when the trustee makes a mistake.
Well, as I said, Senator, any payments to any organisation are commercial arrangements.
Yeah, but that wasn't my question. My question was, do members pay or do the shareholders pay?
So as I said, Senator, the trustee risk reserve is funded from administration fees and investment returns.
Yeah, and administration fees from members.
Correct.
Not shareholders. Okay, well, that seems like a good system for the shareholders. They pull millions of dollars out of the super fund, out of Australian Super, each year, and they're not on the hook for any of the fines that may be committed by the trustee. What a country.